Our story begins in the early 1500s, when Spanish explorers arrived in South America. They encountered powerful indigenous civilizations with advanced cultures, impressive cities, and remarkable craftsmanship. One thing amazed the Spanish more than anything else: gold. Unlike Europeans, many indigenous peoples valued gold mainly for its beauty and religious significance, not as currency. Among these communities was the Muisca people, who lived in what is now Colombia. According to local traditions, when a new chief was crowned, he covered his body with fine gold dust. He then sailed into the middle of a sacred lake on a wooden raft. As priests chanted prayers, he threw gold and precious emeralds into the water as offerings to the gods. The Spanish gave this mysterious ruler a name: El Dorado, which means the Golden One. But as the story spread across Europe, something changed. The Golden Man became a golden kingdom. Then a golden city. Soon, people believed that somewhere deep inside the South American jungles stood the richest city on Earth. News of El Dorado spread rapidly across Europe. Kings dreamed of endless wealth. Explorers hoped to become legends. Soldiers imagined returning home richer than royalty. Spain had already gained enormous riches from the Americas. Finding El Dorado promised even greater fortune. Expedition after expedition entered the unknown jungles. They crossed violent rivers, climbed dangerous mountains, and marched through forests unlike anything they had ever seen. But the jungle fought back. Venomous snakes, deadly insects, poisonous plants, starvation, disease. Many explorers never returned. Yet every failed expedition created new rumors. Someone claimed to have seen golden temples. Another claimed to have heard stories from local tribes. The legend only became stronger. One of the most famous expeditions began in 1560. Hundreds of soldiers entered the Amazon in search of unimaginable riches. At first, morale was high. Everyone believed they were only days away from finding El Dorado. But reality was far different. Food supplies disappeared. Boats were destroyed. Many men became sick. Some drowned while crossing rivers. Others died from tropical diseases. The jungle seemed endless. As desperation grew, discipline collapsed. Arguments turned into violence. Some groups separated, hoping to find the city on their own. Most were never seen again. After months of suffering, the survivors returned home with nothing but terrifying stories. Still, people refused to believe El Dorado was just a myth. One place attracted more attention than anywhere else: Lake Guatavita in present-day Colombia. Many believed this sacred lake was connected to the Golden Man ceremony. Spanish treasure hunters became convinced that enormous amounts of gold rested beneath its waters. They attempted something extraordinary: drain the entire lake. Workers dug channels to lower the water level. After months of hard labor, they discovered small pieces of gold, emeralds, and ancient artifacts. But there was no enormous treasure. No golden city. No hidden kingdom. Only evidence that religious ceremonies had once taken place there. Yet even this discovery wasn't enough to end the legend. People simply believed the real El Dorado must be somewhere else. Modern historians now believe that El Dorado was never a city. It was most likely based on the Muisca coronation ceremony. European explorers misunderstood the story. Over time, imagination transformed one golden ruler into an entire city made of gold. That misunderstanding inspired centuries of exploration. Thousands of people crossed dangerous lands searching for a place that probably never existed. Ironically, the search for El Dorado led explorers to map huge parts of South America that had never been recorded before. Even though they never found the legendary city, they expanded the world's knowledge of the continent. The legend of El Dorado is more than a story about treasure. It is a story about human ambition, greed, curiosity, hope, and the dangers of believing myths without evidence. For centuries, countless explorers sacrificed their lives chasing a dream of endless gold. But perhaps the greatest treasure was never the gold itself. It was the knowledge gained from the journey. So, do you think El Dorado really existed? Or was it simply the greatest legend ever told? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this historical mystery, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more fascinating stories from history. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next adventure.